Who are these socials?
Taking down the other podcasts one by one.
Who are these socials?
That clip is why people make fun of you.
With Carl
This is all just for the radio.
and Blind Mike.
We have a lot of business to take care of.
Who are these
We are
socials?
the number one podcast on the internet today.
WATS.
Welcome to yet another episode of WATS, the show thousands of people come to answer the age-old question, what's the deal with social media? You can't find another show that explains to a blind man that the rest of us are watching really cool shit. I'm your host, Carl Hamburger. With me today, filling in for Blind Mike Geary, is Casey Day. What's up, Casey?
Hey, Carl, how are you? Thanks for having me on. 3 times now. Where's my jacket? Do I get a jacket now?
It's
Do I
5
get
times
in?
when you get the
Oh,
jacket.
fuck.
It's 5.
What color's the jacket?
We stop everyone at 4, so don't even worry about it. Jackets will never be made. You know,
Well, thank you for having me on, and I just felt the collective disappointment of your fans, so thank you. Sorry, Blind Mike's not here.
there are rumors going around that Blind Mike has officially left the show and that I won't read your super chats. The latter is simply not true. I will read every super chat, and I'll even interrupt Casey Day in order to do so. Just a reminder that we do have the super tip system in place. supertip.gg/WATP. There is a link in the comments. I have it posted there. And also you can see it right there on the screen in the upper right. You can use that QR code. You can just go to that URL on a browser, on a different device, on a different browser, and a different tab, and participate in the show with our super tip system with the AI voices and whatnot. We appreciate that. We appreciate all the support that we get on the show. Thank you all for being here and helping make it a better podcast. Better than what you say? Better than every other podcast, because no other podcast starts off with what I like to call banter.
Here come the guys with the banter. What's the frosted tips, yeah. Here come the guys with the banter. The other can't see shit, yeah. Here come the guys with the banter.
And Casey Day, he did send me his rider, and he's got a lot of things I have to do in order to have him on the show. And one of those is he says, I need at least 2 banter jingles.
Carl and Blind Mike gonna talk about what they like. They're gonna chew the shit, as it's been said. And you know when you get to this part of the show, well, it's time for the banter. 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 All right.
Well, since we're having a conversation, I thought maybe we'd start with our mutual friend, Blind Mike Geary. I have to say, Mike is a unique person in the Dabbleverse. The reason why I say that is because the one thing we've learned about most of the characters in the Dabbleverse is that they're lonely losers with no friends, and just friends on the internet that they make and they talk to in Discord and on Reddit. But Mike Geary seems to have real friends in real life, because he's going to 2 weddings this week. He's got a wedding, I think, tonight, and then a wedding on Saturday. And it's just rehearsal dinners, weddings. Seems to be involved in these things. Casey, have you ever met someone who was popular before? It's crazy, right?
Yes, but also I think something has happened. I think that a momentum has gained through these weddings and through these invitations. And I think people now, it's like, hey, if you get Mike to your wedding, you're blessed. Your wedding is blessed. Your wedding and your marriage is blessed.
Wait,
you're gonna
hold on. Time out. You're telling me that they're inviting Blind Mike.
He's a good luck charm. That's what I'm
Because
saying.
he's a good luck charm?
I'm just
The guy's not
saying.
even good luck for his own life. How could you figure?
He goes on that blind date show. She's immediately pregnant. He goes to Skankfest, and all those women are immediately pregnant. Unconfirmed so far, but we're looking into it.
Wait, does that mean
reporting
he's
on it.
a good luck charm, or that he's a serial rapist? Because I'm not sure
No.
what you're trying to say here.
I think his comedy gets you pregnant, which would be a phenomenon unseen on this planet.
Interesting.
Since the times of Carlin.
Okay.
St. Carlin, yes.
So you think, your theory is, and you have evidence to support this, I'm sure. You wouldn't just be talking out of your ass.
What's evidence?
Your theory is that people invite Mike Geary to their wedding, not because they enjoy his presence, they think he's an interesting person to talk to and hang out with, but simply because he's like a leprechaun. He's like some type of lucky charm that they can have around.
Either that or he started like a second business as a guest at a wedding, which could be lucrative for him, by the way. Like, hey, I'm TV's Blind Mike. Have me and your guest. Feed me, pay me. I have a nice skirt I'll bring with me. It's a racket, I think.
You're missing out on the most important part of this. ADA compliance. I don't know if you realize this, but if you book an expensive venue and you say, listen, we are having a blind person come to this, you get 15% off immediately with that. That's part of the ADA compliance law.
Well, maybe the CAA got to him or the FBI, and he works for the government testing these facilities, and his ruse is to be a guest at these weddings.
You think Mike Geary's a Fed? I knew it. I knew it.
The most unlikely guy.
You know what I like about this show? There's no wild speculation. I watch a lot of these other shows, the Dabbleverse. They just wildly speculate about things and then go off on these tangents about things they just already made up and then try to digest. It doesn't make any sense. We don't do that here.
I literally sampled the "we ain't no fact checking" thing from you. So yes, no, we don't. We make blasphemous statements with no evidence to support it, and then move on with our day. Yes.
No fact checking.
Yes.
That's our Bible. That's our golden rule.
I love it. The other thing I want to talk to you about today is obviously Hurricane Milton came through Florida yesterday.
Yes.
It's a big deal in the Dabbleverse only because we have Stuttering John in Cape Coral. We have Mersh in the Tampa area, Chad Zumach, Joey C.
Windy.
So a lot of people were not evacuating. A lot of people I just mentioned decided to hunker
Where's
down.
Windy going?
Right, and just figure out what they were going to do with that. And so John survived. John did a couple streams today. I don't think he has power in his house.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button. I meant to.
Button.
I'm sorry. I slipped.
DJ Electrify must be back there hitting buttons or something.
She's somewhere under the table. Heyo. God,
So-
I wasn't going to do heyo. I did it. Fuck. All right, sorry.
Hacka.
I know.
John today, I don't think he has the internet, so he was driving around and streaming from his car. And he decided to drive by my house in Cape Coral and stream my house in Cape Coral while calling me a pussy boy over and over again. Riveting content, I have to say.
Are you a pussy because that's your second house and you weren't there to ride out the hurricane? Was that his reasoning?
I couldn't figure out why I was a pussy boy, to be honest with you. I was trying to figure out what the rationale for that was.
I was at my primary residence and you were at your primary residence, which is not near my primary. He has a fucking pretzel logic brain. What the fuck is he?
Well, he also, any insult, if it's good for one person, it's good for everyone he hates. So, I'm surprised he's not calling me Pinky at this point. He might as well.
How high are your fences? And then what is the legal limit of the height in that area that you can have them? Because I would say you make up the difference as soon as possible and electrify that motherfucker.
Oh, John's a tiny little man. You don't need much fence to keep him out. It's not like he has a big vertical leap. I'm not worried about.
Joe,
I'm not worried about that.
If you can jump over this without touching the hurdle, John, you get everything in the house.
Now, Casey, I could sit here and talk to you about how tiny and fat Stuttering John is for hours. But we got a show to get to, buddy. And on this show, we talk about social media. Where do I want to start today? I want to start on YouTube.
Who are these YouTube videos? Who are these YouTube videos? Oh.
All right, people are asking about your background, and now you have floating Carl heads. So is this part of the Fly Me with Balloons gimmick
no.
with Eric?
No, I just thought I'd wash some Carl balls today. What's the big deal?
You're washing Carl. All right.
I'm washing
I like
Carl
this
balls.
background.
Thank you.
No, I'm digging it.
Anytime we say anything nice about you on Blind Mike, we get this one comment. It's got to be Vinny the Lawyer. It's got to be Vinny the Lawyer. And it's always just a lot of Carl ball washing in this episode. And it's always that comment. It's not like
Oh,
harsh.
my gosh. I didn't do this as banter, but I could have. The latest Blind Mike episode that you guys did where Rob Saul is just viciously going after my wife nonstop. And you guys are just like,
Unfucking believable.
okay, I mean, you said that already, but you want to keep saying that over and over again? Cool, dude. Good stuff.
Yeah, not a fan. But
He's
what the
not
greatest
great.
part, and I would advise everyone to go back and watch that. The greatest part about it is if you get a reasonable man like Blind Mike Geary to actually think there might be something going on here with him and his dog. Like if you actually get to that level, Rob, get some help. Get some help because this man is not easily swayed. He can't see and he sensed what's going on here. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he didn't even see you jerk the dog off like the rest of us did. And he still thinks it's true. All right, we're not here to talk about Rob Sall. Let's get over to YouTube because my buddy Adam Thoreau sent me James Matheson. And he says James is a schizo who has over 1,000 videos where he yells at fire, police, and ambulance sirens. And you're going to say, that sounds ridiculous. It is. Let's take a look. This one starts off, we're looking at his very cluttered and gross apartment. And the lights are on in there. And you see a bunch of clutter. And there's a window next to the clutter. And it starts out with nothing going on. And then you hear it happen. Uh-oh. That's a siren. That sounds like a siren. Oh, and he's up. And he's walking towards the window.
$1:30 a.m. Monday night. 1:30 in the morning, and this guy doesn't think that this is illegal, right? This guy, he shouldn't have this job. Honestly, when I say this to you, this guy thinks that this is not illegal, and this is illegal. Okay, and he's not allowed to make this noise at this time. This guy is breaking the law, right? This guy doesn't know his fucking job. I should be throwing things at this man. Listen to this fucking nut.
I just want to point out, sir, that you sound like the nut, and throwing things at a man would also be illegal. I don't think that having emergency sirens at 1:30 a.m. is illegal.
Yeah, but Carl, I'm siding with James here. You're in there.
It is
you're
annoying.
in post-refractory phase. You just jerked off into some sort of couch or lady of your choosing, and then you're in dreamland, and all of a sudden, Mr. Popo wants to ruin your night. I would just say that he's right, and we don't treat the sense of hearing like we do other senses. Like there's a department, if your taste is ruined, like there's a department of this, but there's not a department of sound. And where I live, people like to play their goddamn stereos everywhere on the boardwalk. Like
a little different than like ambulances bringing someone to the hospital
Carl.
as fast as possible. There was a stroke victim in the back of the plane, but very different than playing a stereo loud.
Who's the patient? Can we see who the patient is?
All right, fair enough.
Listen to this crazy man. He doesn't know his fucking job. He kept the fucking noise down. Stop making that noise.
And you can see a fire truck crossing through the intersection there.
Fuck, Manuel, this guy, stop making that fucking noise.
I have to say, screaming at a loud noise is not the best way to combat it. You're actually just adding to the problem.
Yeah, I haven't seen that energy since like the secondhand smoke 80s and 90s commercials where people were like punching people out for secondhand smoking near them. That's kind of the same energy there.
All right, here's another video, and this one is bonkers because it's a whole parade of emergency vehicles, ambulances driving by this guy's apartment building, and holy shit. I would imagine if I asked you, Casey Day, like, what was your worst day on earth? Maybe you have something in your head. Maybe it'd take you a moment to think about it. I don't know what my answer would be. I'd have to think about it. This guy knows the answer.
When a parent dies, I think is the worst. The worst day you have as a human being is when your parents die.
Okay. That's a horrible day.
Or when the traffic's real loud at 2 a.m.
I was going to say, but not as bad. Not as bad. Bye, Mom. Holy shit, there's an ambulance outside my building? Wah! He goes nuts.
The English is out there murdering everything.
So this is
Let's
daylight.
see why this guy's sitting in the corner of the street like this.
He's standing in front of his building.
See, we don't even know whose car this is. Now, why would a car be beside an ambulance? If this is an emergency, there's somebody in the back of this vehicle who's having a hard time recovering because of the loud noise. Why would an ambulance?
Now, I don't know if that was his medical professional opinion or if that's a fact that people in the back of an ambulance have a hard time recovering because of the loud noises that are happening with the siren. I've not heard that before. Should look into it.
First preach, and then I'm going to say, as this guy is out there fighting for music producers of the world, we're just out here on our walks trying to enjoy life in between songs, and then these sirens come and destroy our ears for the day. Someone's thinking about us. I mean, really, thank you so much. There's an entire industry based on their ears that the emergency services don't care about, except we all have these. Okay, go ahead.
Or people can stop having heart attacks.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I mean, you're blaming the ambulance, but it's really not the ambulance. The ambulance wouldn't even be in the neighborhood if they didn't get a phone call from a guy who's like, my heart stopped beating or is beating irregularly, you know? That's where the problem is.
Can't argue that, Carl.
All right.
And why would an ambulance, why would you use a siren beside an ambulance? Yeah, what's the sense in that? How does that make sense? Look, what is this? Hey, people live in this building. Hey, what's with the loud noise?
And now
Look
just
at this. Look at
tons
these
more
people.
emergency
Look at
vehicles.
this. This is a joke to this guy. Look for yourself. Look, this is a joke to this guy. Look, this is a joke. Look, and they're laughing about this joke. They think this is fucking funny, harassing us. Right? They think this is a fucking joke. Look at this guy laughing at us. Right? You think this is a fucking joke.
So I hear you on the issue of noise pollution. I'm not a fan of noise pollution myself. But, emergency vehicles driving by your house, I don't know that screaming at them is going to fix that.
No, but I'm a problem solver, Carl. So what I see is we got these we all got the speakers in our pocket. So why don't we turn our, that annoying 2 a.m., Krager's stole a baby thing you get like on your phone boop, in the morning? Why?
Yeah, I've turned that off. I figured out a way to silence that shit. I don't need the Amber words.
I guess I won't finish my question because
no,
if you can
please,
turn it
go ahead.
off. Well, if you can turn it off, then I guess it doesn't seem to be an emergency. But if you could override, if everyone agrees, you have this one tone you can override, and it's ambulance services or fire services, but we don't have to hear the sirens. Like, that thing is loud enough, and if you're walking around with 2 other people within 100 yards of you, you'll hear each other. It's enormously loud on your phone. So I just think we try it in a city, and we see if that city burns down. If it does, we don't do it again.
I'll actually bring this up because one of my pet peeves is the backup beep. So you get the truck, and it's backing up, and it's for some reason it has to be 100 decibels. And they found out, I think this is over in the UK or somewhere in Europe, they discovered that you don't have to have this obnoxiously loud, trebly noise. You can actually have a kind of mellow bass sound that isn't so obnoxious, and people will immediately recognize it and get out of the way, or at least look to see what's going on.
Yeah, trust us that we've moved into the 21st century here. Come on, let's get rid of some of these old shackles of the past.
Have you been to these cities?
No, I try to stay away.
Yeah, all right. There you go. That explains it all.
I don't leave Los Angeles. Nope. Not that it's a great city, but it's when you're you're protected here. You're one of the people here. You kind of stay. Plus the weather, and no hurricanes. And the thing about hurricanes is, it's like you're falling off a giant building. Where I live in a place where an earthquake, it's like you're getting just run over in the middle of the street out of nowhere. It's just instant. You don't know it's coming. Boom, earthquake, and then it's over.
That's true.
I would not want to wait for it.
The thing about hurricanes that's different than earthquakes. So, we're talking about the East versus the West here. Mm-hmm. So I have a home in Florida, as we were just talking about, and it's in an area where hurricanes come through. But the nice thing is that they warn you ahead of time. And so you could leave that area and not have to deal with the hurricane, as so many people do. If you knew an earthquake was coming and it was going to fuck up your day, you could leave and go somewhere else where there isn't an earthquake.
Yeah, and I love the attitude today too that I'm seeing. They got us. They got us to drive 60 miles inland. We'll never do that again. I mean, it went 5 miles south. You're all dead. So, I don't know. That's why I like instant death. Come to California, instant death over just falling off the building and being like, what's going to happen?
No. California is an instant death because they're not good with the aims. You'll get a bullet in the arm and then one in the thigh, and it's painful and obnoxious. And it's a day ruiner.
Yeah, but you can do anything here and they won't arrest you. It's
That's
true. Don't tell anyone.
That's a good point.
Yay, super chats.
Guys, thank you for supporting the show. We appreciate it. Like Michael C. says, Casey Day, more like Casey Gay, Scola.
Hey, Daylords Unite, no Diddy.
He got you good.
Yeah, you got me.
Hulkamania coming in. What is that background? I think he was referring to your previous background, and you explained it was Carl ball washing.
Yeah, guys. Listen. I'm at the Carl's Ball Wash.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, that one you should have started with. Then we'd all be in on the joke.
Yeah, we're shuffling them in. Like a pretty girl, change outfits on the date.
I like it.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Thanks for the super chat, Hulkamania.
You might also agree we need more weekly curb-stomping threats from the Army Major.
Yes.
I Come Buckets says, Pussy Boy, roasted, skull. I Come Buckets, are you the same I Come Buckets that got Catgirl out of jail that led to 48 minutes of torture on the Dick Show this past week?
No, that was his
Hulkamania.
cousin, I Come Buckets with 2 Ks.
Oh, okay. Good.
It's a whole family of cum buckets.
Hulkamania $2 says, Casey, show us how you sip a beer. Do you do that?
I don't. I don't sip a beer. I drink cocktails. Thank you.
There you go. Turd Burglar $10 says, where's Queen of the Unseen Blind Mike Query? And how do you find someone more annoying than Hackride to co-host Lady K? Hashtag bring back Hackride. Jingle, please.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Thanks for the super chat, Turd Burglar. John can always tell ramen shoolies are not sleeping when he walks into a room with his smell.
Now, Turd Burglar, I like you, but I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to get Hackride back on this show, and I want this show to last a long time. So we are not doing that. Sorry. You're not going to fool me with that shit.
Hackride forever.
We got some super tips coming in.
I have to say, I'm disappointed that Hurricane Melton hasn't ended the Dabbleverse. I'm also disappointed that the old skirt is dragging me away from the banter. Wedding season is about to end, though.
Yes, it is. Mike doesn't have any more weddings coming up for at least
Carl,
the time being.
can I ask you real quick? What month were you married? Oh, I don't want to put you on the spot here. That's
I
why
can
I'm
tell
asking month. Okay, what month were you married?
November.
Oh, football season. What the fuck is wrong with these bitches? God damn. Stop doing that, bitches. Do it in the summertime.
There's November, it was a Saturday, and we don't care about college football here. We're not from Oregon.
You're from the East Coast. I get it. You got nothing. But Rutgers is looking pretty good this year. I get behind Shiano. Look at his face.
If anything, we'd be watching Syracuse, and it's hard to watch Syracuse football.
I love how you say Syracuse, you New Yorker. Syracuse.
Do you love it? Do you though? Do you love
Syracuse. It's like I dated a girl in high school. Her name was Syracuse. No, it's Syracuse, you bastard. That's how.
Do you know why I got married in November? I'll tell you the reason for it.
Please.
Because I agree with you. Summertime is the time for weddings.
Why? Yes.
I got married on my 5-year anniversary, so I only had one date to remember for the rest of my life.
Nice.
It was already our anniversary.
You should have met her in summer.
Could have. Could have.
Lady K was right for once about Big Black.
Adam Davies. I think I was right about that. That show's a disaster. We can all agree on that.
Unlike Lady K, I'm no pussy boy. I'm a real man. If I die, I die. But if I don't, please send me super chats. I'm out of beer and my roof is gone.
Okay.
Carl, has anyone done the joke yet that the authorities broke into his house and discovered a bloated corpse, and then they were like, "Oh no, it's just John. He's fine." I thought it was a bloated dead corpse.
Yeah.
But no, he's just.
But it was breathing. So
Yeah. 3 weeks later, we thought this thing washed up on shore, but no, he lives here.
Yeah. Melissa, $5. I miss Hackride. I see what you're doing, Melissa.
That's a troll. Yes.
I see what you're all doing out here. I'm not falling for it. I might have been born at night, but it wasn't last night. Okay. Let's head over to, I didn't have a jingle for this. We're going to head over to Kick. Because you have a guy for us that you're going to introduce us to.
Why don't we sing something, Carl? You want to sing something with me?
I'll let you set this up.
Oh, yes. Okay. So, everyone, I don't actually watch any of this. I host a show, Unboxing Eric. So, Eric, the actor, is a huge influence in my loving Stern and loving comedy and all that. I think he's the greatest individual character of any show ever. Obviously, I'm spending thousands of hours in commitment to this little bastard that I love.
You're
so
playing
much.
every phone call he ever called into the Stern Show with. You're up to phone call number 80 or 100 or something?
No, we're up to 90, and we've gone through, we're just at the balloon saga, Fly Me with Balloons, and we're about to meet Johnny Fratto.
Nice.
And you can watch it all in order from episode 1 in a playlist on Hacker. But that's not the point, is I was sort of like, this is why the YouTube algorithm is sort of your best friend. And it just goes, hi, friend, meet the new Eric. And I don't watch Aiden Ross. I know who he is because, I have my, it's hard not to know who some of the influences are out here in Los Angeles. And he was a big one out here for a while with Twitch, but then he got kicked off for some shady shit. And then he went to Kick, where he has like 2 million followers. And the show is generally garbage. You should definitely review it for Who Are These Podcasts. It's garbage. But
it's very popular. He's doing very well.
Oh my God! You want it's number one with OnlyFans girls across the world and rappers like that. Those are the audience. It's
Did
like
you tell me
Tyson Nat, that sort of
Kick
stuff.
gave him a $150 million contract?
Yeah, $150 million, 2-year contract. So he got twice as much as LeBron James.
So Kick is doing that thing that Rumble did and all these other Spotify did this. We're just throwing stupid money at people that they don't have. Kick doesn't have $150 million laying around.
This is the Howard Stern Sirius model. We're sending up satellites at $500 million and then paying this guy $500 million. Of course, that stock never went above 4. You cunts, you bastards. But yeah, anyway, so there's nothing great about this show, but he found a mod for his goddamn Discord channel that is gold. The new Eric in my head. So his name is Kevin. He has very similar ailments. He doesn't have Ehlers-Danlos, but he has the thing he has. I asked DJ Electrify to tell me about, and it took like an hour, so I'm like, I'm not even bringing it up then. But he also is club fucking footed. He's shaped like a turkey, and he sounds like Eric, and he is on a show where he's just as perverted as Eric. He has a little power, so he's kind of maniacal like Eric was. And so, like, this is kind of, I don't know if it would be funny. That's why I sent it to you. I'm like, hey, this might be just for a specific strain of audience, but for them, they're going to love it because they're going to see history doesn't often repeat, but it rhymes, Carl. Look at that sound.
I'm club fucking footed, you asswipe.
Okay, we don't make fun of the club-footed people around here, just so you know. All right, let's check this out. You put together a little package for us of Kevin. Let's get going.
Right, so meet Kevin.
Hey, Kevin, put your camera on. Kevin, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
When I come to Toronto.
All right, so he's got another guy on his show who hasn't seen Kevin yet, right?
Right. So this man in the top right is learning about Kevin's existence right now. And imagine this generation meeting Eric in real time. That's sort of what we're seeing here.
Stop. Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
He damn sure gonna relate to the people.
No,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Scars. This is my boy Kevin. Be nice, please, bro. All right? That's all I ask.
Oh, shit. He know what I'm talking about.
No. All right, listen.
That is a great reaction when someone turns their webcam on and someone goes, oh, shit. That's not what you want to hear.
Scars, I'm going to kick you off if you react like that again.
Kevin, what dog? Hey, Kev. Hey, Kev. Hey, Scars, I'm about to kick you, bro. Scars! Hey, Kev. First of all, I want to say, bro, I'm coming to Toronto in July. Remember that. Don't forget, we're doing an IRL stream, all right?
Okay. You hits in the bathroom with it panned down to an angle.
So, look, I got a question, Kev.
Yeah.
Be honest, all right? What do you jerk off? What do you jerk off to?
Normal bitches.
Okay. Right. So we just got introduced to this guy. He looks like he's Asian.
Yes.
Okay. So he's an Asian looking guy. Somehow his eyes are crossed, but they're crossed in the same direction. I've never seen that before.
Yes. Good point.
Yeah, it's very odd. Like he's like a cartoon character. He's always looking to the left. He's like a shady cartoon character. He's always looking to the left or to the right. He's never looking straight on, but it's always both to the right, both to the left.
He was listening to that from the window to the wall, and then someone hit him in the back, and he got stuck at the wall. Both eyes staring at the wall for all times.
That makes sense. All right, so this is Aiden sends Kevin some money. So Aiden's a very wealthy man.
Yeah, and so he's like, hey, you need some money. And this guy is, so again, I just put Eric in this position. Imagine Eric being the mod for Aiden, like getting just cash all the time. And the thing I can't show, and I couldn't send any of the clips, is the amount of girls he introduces him to that then flash and rub their parts in his face. YouTube does, our partners. No, that's not good for them.
Being club-footed, there's some perks to it. People don't realize that. There are some perks.
I want to give you some money today to buy some new setups and shit.
Okay.
That voice, though.
So I'm going to give you $10,000 today.
Jaw just dropped. Hey.
Look at that.
Oh, my God.
He looks like a cartoon, but it's like, is it a frog? Is it a lizard? I can't tell.
It's a turtle.
Is it a turtle?
It's a turtle a little bit in the back, so I'd say turtle in the back, but with like Yeah, claws of some sort.
He's got the claw hand on the one side, similar to Stuttering John, or
similar to Eric. That's the
Eric,
Airlos Danlos that he had. Yeah. But
10,000.
Yeah, bro.
He's speechless.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Oh, thank you, Aiden.
Of course, Kevin. What are you gonna?
Why do I think $10,000 is going to go to an OnlyFans model? As soon as I heard that, I'm like, all right, well, Alyssa Jordana is about to get $10,000.
Hey, Carl, I noticed the size of your channel here. I'm sure your mods are $10,000. That's nothing compared to what your mods get, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, of course. I pay them way more than that. Duh.
To spend it on?
Buy stuff for my PC and stuff.
You know what? 20,000.
No way.
Yes.
20?
I'm gonna send you $20,000 right now.
I gotta say, I watch a lot of game shows. You're supposed to react like it's the most amazing thing that's ever happened to you, right? Or you just be like, whoa, $20,000. What are you gonna do with the money? I pay off some bills and, I don't know, I have like money in the bank for a bit, I guess.
That's why it's very much like Eric. Like the appreciativeness is just a little bit off.
Yeah.
And so give him a few years, and this guy will be demanding 20,000 a week. Where's
Oh,
my 20?
I was gonna say he's creating a monster, but no, he just found a monster that he's now feeding. So yes.
With OnlyFans girls, like 20-year-old OnlyFans girls, and nothing but this kid is going to be a monster compared nothing to Eric. Like Eric's wildest dreams of a monster. So yes, follow Kevin.
You're gonna send me your address right now, and I'm gonna send it right now.
Oh my god.
Okay. So this is what you're talking about with the ladies, a dating show with Kevin.
Yeah. So though he started to do a dating show, and then he's like, "Well, fuck this." All these, he couldn't pick because they were all dimes. They were all just insane rap girl. Like you would just see these girls.
It's a good problem to have, I would say.
Yes. And so this was funny because he was like, "Hey, just sit him in front of these girls and let them talk to him." And here's an example of that.
Can show you around San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Calm down.
Period. Where do you see yourself in like 5 years from now?
Bro.
5 years from now.
That's so cruel.
Or maybe like next year. Like, what do you want to do?
Jesus Christ.
I'm assuming this guy's not long for this world.
No, they gave him like I don't know exactly, but his ailments are real bad, and he's sort of late. But I'm not wishing bad. We want this guy around. For
Of course you do. But it's just very insulting to a guy who's has like tubes going around him to keep him alive all day long.
She looked at him. What are you gonna do 5 years from now? Aiden lost his shit. That is pretty funny. Women keep womening.
Nice chat, dude. Y'all the reason why I'm fucked up.
Would you ever do like couples streaming?
Dude, y'all are the weirdest people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah. Preferably with like a cute little blonde girl.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay,
here's
that's him flirting.
Yes, and here is him. Like this is the beginning of the rise of like the little Eric inside of him. So there's a little roast. So he can go. Here's the thing: these guys you would think would just sit there and be defeated by life, but no. They come back firing, and you can tell that this kid has it in him, and so that's why he should be recognized.
Hey, Kevin. Kevin, would you fuck Los Pos's bitch?
Let me see what she looks like.
Yeah, Kevin, I'd like to see you fucking try it, buddy.
Whoa. I'd like to see you try get on a treadmill. How about that?
You son of a bitch!
Yo!
That's Kevin, baby.
All right.
Kevin! Yeah, so a new character has entered the scene that, again, history doesn't always repeat itself, but it rhymes. So you get a Led Zeppelin, then you get a Greta Van Fleet. Well, this is our Greta Van Fleet right here.
I will look into that. Thank you for introducing us to Kevin. Casey Day. I will definitely check that out, and we might have to review. What's the guy's name? This kick channel that is
Aiden Ross. And
I don't know why that won't stick with me. Aiden Ross. I have to check that out for WATP.
Yeah, he did a Trump interview that was like 1 billion people watch. So that's probably where you would see him just roll across your thing. I watch his clips because he's annoying as fuck, and I like annoying things.
But he's not like the reason why people watch him because they enjoy him, right?
I don't know.
They don't
what
hate
young
watch him.
people. Well, no, here's the thing with that young group of like Kick and Twitch streamers, it's very unclear to people over 30 why anyone watches that. Because
right, okay, so you're not even sure.
Right, like I don't find entertainment value in it. Where I could find some entertainment value in, say, like a Zoom call that people call like a panel show, like there's some entertainment value in that. This has nothing. It's just a guy's ego on full display all of the time, and he's got money and a company backing him. So it's like, oh, I want to talk to Kevin Hart, and then Kevin Hart appears in an hour, and then he has nothing to say because he doesn't have to work for anything. There's no struggle. There's no push against anything.
I would hate that.
Right.
I don't want that at all.
No, you got to struggle, baby.
I want to struggle. Have a hard
or
time.
you find a Kevin. You find a Kevin, and you don't got to struggle.
Let's head over to Instagram, if you don't mind.
Blinded like Blind Mike. Don't be a douche. Instagram in the night. Blinded like Blind Mike. Check out these reels. They might make you want to fight.
Now, normally this is Mike's beat, but I decided to check in on John Sarasani, see what he's up to. And boy, oh boy, this is some event that just happened to him. So apparently he had a girl come over for a little nooner, as he puts on the screen. And things did not end well for him. So I'm going to show you this video, and I'll explain what's going on. The first part is silent. So this is his security cam. The girl's getting into her van. She's backing up and right into the garage.
Oh, no.
Smashes into it hard. So he's coming out to assess the damage. And it is fucked.
Your car smashed. My car is smashed?
Yeah. Gotta get hooker
She
insurance.
hit my fucking car?
Bro, she went through the house. Your whole thing is fucking... Look at your car.
So this woman just came over to the house and then backed her car up into the garage, smashing into his truck that's in the garage. She went in so deep through the garage door and also did a lot of damage to the house itself.
Or maybe he went in so deep that she was literally uncontrollable leg movements at the end there. That would be if I was a lawyer, I'd be like, sir, your honor, have you seen how arrogant and egocentric this man is? His net worth and cock are enormous. She walked out of that house barely able to walk, and now you ask her to drive home?
She was still orgasming as she was trying to drive out of there. Like just going nuts.
If the slug trail acquits, you must acquit. Whatever. Make that rhyme. Slug trail. Someone work on
You want a lot of things to rhyme that aren't rhyming today.
Yeah,
so John writes on here, he says, had to replace the whole facade on that side of my house. Upgraded to limestone, though. So there's that at least. Like, everything has to be a brag. I got laid, and this bitch drove into my house, but now it's even better. Okay, John.
So I add a level a whore every time a whore breaks my house. We are 13 levels high now.
So I got a funny note from a buddy of mine telling me about John Sarasani, that buddy being one primetime Alex Stein 99 pimp on a blimp.
Hey,
and I didn't realize that him and John did a show this year together. And this is a TikTok video they created, but this is where they're watching Bert Kreischer talk about John Sarasani. So Alex Stein and John are checking this out together.
Explain who John is, if you can. Do you know who he is?
So I looked him up after, and I saw he's like, apparently what I saw was big time gambler.
He obviously is like a very experienced bettor, and you know he had good insight.
He was my algorithm. My algorithm was at that table. I hope he hears this and finds this with love. He is absolutely hilarious, but sometimes he doesn't know he's hilarious. So like he is a Instagram influencer who's all about invest in yourself 200%. And he talks to people who have jobs and tells them that they're sucking the man's dick and big flexes. And I love this so much because it's like he's got a fountain in his living room and he's like, do you have a fucking fountain in your living room?
He's like flexing up people.
And then when haters come at him, he puts their picture up. He's like, yo, what's up, John? Lights bitches up.
So John's watching this. John Sarasani, that is watching this video, and he's smiling ear to ear like, yeah, see, I'm really entertaining, aren't I? He's not understanding that Bert Kreischer's calling him out for what a pompous douche that he is. But you could tell that John's just like, hey, he's talking about me. Sweet.
Yeah, this was much like the first time you covered Stuttering John, Carl. Like, they don't understand.
It's like he's funny. He's not trying to be funny, but he's very funny.
The cattle don't understand they're going to be meat, Carl. They just eat the grass. Do you understand?
So I get this text from Alex Stein. He's like, Carl, just so you know, and him and I messaged on stuff, but this was out of the blue, this topic. Just so you know, I think you and John would actually get along really good. He's a really cool guy. I was like,
Oh, no.
okay. I go, well, his Instagram is ridiculous. You know that, right? He goes, no, but he's not like that in person. He's super cool, super chill. You guys would have so much fun and blah, blah, blah. So I go, well, if he want, I thought he was saying I should have him on the show. So I was like, if he wants to come on WATS, I'd love to talk to him. I have some questions for him. So I say to my buddy Alex, I want to ask him about going to a football game by himself. And that was the wrong thing to say because Alex Stein then started sending me photos of him going to football games by himself. He's like, I go to football games by myself all the time. I was like, fuck, I said the wrong thing to the wrong person just now.
Yeah, Carl, I would have been sending pictures straight from Autzen Stadium along with Alex Stein. Hey, look at me and all my friends. Just like Nathan Fielder, there's no one in the fucking picture.
Right. Here's the reason why, and I always talk about, you want to come out to Dabbleverse. We have the shows coming up in Detroit in a couple of weeks. I would say spend the weekend, come out by yourself. You'll make friends there. It's a great environment. And then make fun of people for going to football by themselves. But here's the difference, though. Football in Buffalo is an all-day event. You drive into the parking lot the minute they'll let you in. You set up your tailgate. You get the grill out. You start playing cornhole. You're drinking beers. You're cooking food. So for 5 hours, you're drinking and partying. And then you go into the game. You watch that. Then you come back out. You set back up again. You start cooking some more food. You wait for everyone to clear out. You don't get home until midnight. And you just realize you wasted an entire day of your life on a 3-hour football game. That's why I say football's not a thing you go to by yourself. But I guess I was wrong about this.
No, it's a full day fun event, and they think about, like, at least at college football games, they think about the experience from the moment you get there to the moment you leave. We must entertain him every moment, and also college girls, huh?
There is that.
Just saying.
Can I tell you the worst part about college football? And
Please.
This is coming from a musician. It's the fucking band.
You don't like the band?
No.
Oh.
Let's get rid of the band.
No,
let's just get an organ player. All we need is a guy with an organ sitting up there and playing some tunes for us.
Of course, you're going to say that, Lady K. Going to want a man up there with his organ. No, I mean, listen, the organ's great. I also like the drum. Have you seen the drummers? So sometimes they'll have like famous drummers come out with the bands, and they're awesome. Danny Carey came out with his alma mater, some other band.
Hey, let's table that for just a second here.
Yay, super chats.
We got some super chats coming in.
Yay.
As riveting as that conversation was, I want to thank Chad's missing upper lip. We want Hack Ride. All right. I think we got to get Hack Ride on here. This is what it's turning into. Oh, Luigi Greenberg showing up. $5 says, Casey, have you mentioned unboxing Eric yet? If so, it's a good time to mention it again. Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern. Hey, did you guys see this? You guys hear about this?
I don't know what that is. I have no idea. I don't know what that is. Yes, Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, we break down Eric. We've already talked about it. Get that off the screen. But catch 22 after this show. So if you like the original idea of covering internet stuff, like from social media, while we gossip and talk, we originated that over there. Because it's a guy and a girl, Carl, not two guys. Thank you.
Gross. Rocco
Stole it from you.
Orby, 2002 says, OMG, a gargoyle. Yeah, Kevin is, he's got a look for sure. And then non-white dabbler with 2 pounds says, historic first good hack ride segment. Well, question.
No.
Historic first good hack ride segment?
They just like Kevin, I think is what they're saying. Kevin's amazing. Kevin will turn anyone around.
This is not hack ride. This is Casey Day. We don't have hack ride on this show.
It's a demon that lives inside you. What is so hard to understand? We've all seen the goddamn movies. Hello.
Come on. We do have the super tip system in play. Supertip.gg/WATP is where you can go to participate in the show.
we can all agree, in honor of Mr. Day's third appearance, the Hack Ride the Demon voice should be added to the super tip system.
Oh, no.
If for nothing else, to please Blind Mike.
Yes, indeed. I, Mike Geary, being of sound mind and body, fully endorse the creation of a Hack Ride the Demon super tip voice. Moody, get it done by next Thursday. Let's go. Chop, chop.
That's actually a great call. We might have to get Hack Ride on here. I got a couple people I got to get on here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a great idea, but I will not stop anyone from doing it because stopping someone from being creative is uncreative. So stop doing that, people. Let them have fun with your voice.
Audiophile America coming in. He says, Kevin is boring and no amount of Casey fake laughing and his own clips will change that.
No, authentic laughing at Kevin, but yeah, I'm...
All right.
You
did build it up quite a bit. So we'll see what the consensus is.
He looks like a turkey. What do you need?
I agree. I enjoy the physical presence of him.
Sounds like
yeah, his voice is very funny.
What are you talking about?
His voice is very funny. I'll give you
Hey, you club fucking footed asswipe. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself fucking my mom, wife, washing Shuli's balls, and maybe trying to get some from a tight box. Whoa! Haka! Haka!
That's a verbatim conversation I had with Lucy Tightbox. Amazing.
I'm never prepared for the response. The response shocks me sometimes.
Yes, I do like that these characters could talk to each other in the super tip system. That was a smart thing.
That's the part that's going to bug me when Hack Ride's on there. It's going to be a lot of ass fucking a Hack Ride. That's what I'm saying, Carl.
I like it. You know what else I like? I like TikTok.
TikTok's a psyop by the Chinese to fuck up the minds of our youth and some other people too. So let's talk quite a lot about these TikTokers we stalk and know. Oh, TikTok fucking blows.
And you know who likes to hang out on TikTok a lot? That's our boy Woke Dad.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting in my mobile coffee shop,
making videos about my transvestite children for TikTok.
Now, unfortunately, Dan Alexander, Woke Dad, is doing nothing but really boring and obnoxious political videos lately. But thankfully, there's another account on TikTok named woke.dad, and he's putting out some great stuff. Here is a whopper. This is from Record Lover, posted this in our Discord, and this is a whopper right here.
I just had the most bizarre last customer conversation of the day, and I'm a pretty friendly guy, so I have a lot of conversations with my customers throughout the day. This is a mobile coffee shop, and this customer came up. She's a local school teacher, and there's a bunch of parents who are rallying to get her fired.
Okay, so you heard the setup there. The text on the screen from the guy who controls his account says, another whopper, this was posted in mid-August. There's no way parents were trying to get this teacher fired in August.
No.
And then also the teacher teaches algebra, which means that they're in high school, but let's see what else he says here.
Because she has a Black Lives Matter sign in her yard.
Could you imagine, you live in America, could you imagine trying to get a teacher?
But yes.
Yeah, could you imagine trying to get a teacher fired for having a Black Lives Matter poster in their yard? That's not even the realm of possibility.
Carl, have you seen the movie Aliens?
I have, yes.
You know Bill Paxton's character in that movie, how he's all nervous, all they're gonna get us all, they're gonna get. He has that timbre to his voice where he's like, someone's around the corner at any given moment and about to get him. Makes him very hard to.
It's Trump. Look behind you, it's Trump. Holy shit, he's gonna get your kids.
It's just he's on the edge of something.
And
I just don't know what.
For the life of me, I can't figure this one out. She said, the conversation's pretty ridiculous if you ask me. She said most of these parents that are trying to get me fired, they all fly Trump flags or they all fly Blue Lives Matter flags. They have their ideals out. They just don't think that I should be able to share my ideas openly with the world. They keep suggesting that I'm indoctrinating kids. And she said, not only do I not have time for that, I barely have time to teach algebra. They don't give me the resources to indoctrinate kids. I have to buy my own damn pencils.
She has to buy her own damn pencils. I got to tell you, obviously she's not supplying pencils to the class as high school, but I've also had to purchase my own writing devices. This is not something that only teachers have to do.
Yeah, they have sales for that.
Right, like before school starts. It's amazing.
Yes.
Just because somebody has ideas that you don't want your kids to learn about doesn't mean that they're teaching your kids those ideas. End of story. Stop picking on our educators. They have it hard enough.
So I'm calling total bullshit on that entire story. But the other thing about Dan that you got to love is he talks to one person who gives them their one side of the count of a situation. And then he goes out and goes, these people, they don't want this teacher fired because she has a Black Lives Matter thing in her yard. It's just like, okay, what else is going on? You think there's maybe more to it than that? If it is a real story, which of course it's not, you got to think there's a little bit more to it than that.
We need to have like a I don't know, some way to identify. They used to have a scarlet letter. That might be a little severe, but people that live in comment sections, people should be able to identify out in public, just so we know not to trust them on anything, not to even look their way. Oh, you live in the comment section. All right, I'm just gonna scoop by here at the grocery store here.
What if it was a tattoo with numbers and we put it on their arm? I'm just spitballing ideas here, but I like where you're going with this.
I don't think I like that one.
Oh, okay. So this is another one from Record Lover in our Discord. If you want to participate in the show, another way you can do it is by going to whoarethese.com, click the link to our Discord server. It's free to join. We have a channel in there for Who Are These Socials, and people put in suggestions. I used a lot of it today since Mike wasn't here to prep, so we appreciate this. Record Lover has another one from Woke Dad here.
I just had something happen that reminded me of something that happened to me as a kid.
So in this one, he has fake tears. He's put some type of moisture underneath one of his eyes, and it's just kind of sitting there.
It's pre-cum, Carl. That
It
makes
might
the
be
best
pre-cum.
tears. Yes,
It might be, yes.
Yes.
So this is him getting all choked up over this story he's going to tell. Because as we know, he's an amazing actor.
And it was me and my mom and my sister. We were at a grocery store and just trying to get some food. And Mom couldn't pay.
I need
We're just trying to get some food. And Mom couldn't pay. Could you imagine being this choked up over this? Like, okay, you're now 42 years old. Get over it. What are we talking about here? So terrible at this.
She didn't have enough money to pay. So we weren't able to eat that food. We didn't have that food to eat.
Okay, so your mom's an idiot. She walked up to the cash register and couldn't do the math in her own head. They're like, this is how much it is. She's just like, I don't have anything. Like, oh, it's more than zero. So they didn't have any food. You couldn't buy some food with some money. Doesn't even make sense.
I mean,
whatever.
The moralistic parts I don't really care about. This was just a great opportunity to use some music from some more like, war movies or, Saving Private Ryan or something. And you just sat there. Look how sad he is with no sad music behind it. Come on, do better.
You're right. Good point. If you're going to get all choked up, you're right. You need something atmospheric or...
You need Liam Neeson music,
Yes.
Things are going when he's like, I could have sold one more ring for 10 people. That music, Just following your theme there, Carl.
A lot of times growing up, we depended on the kindness of strangers, on others. So as I stood there in line, trying to buy my milk and my frozen pizza today, they couldn't pay.
Milk and frozen pizza.
So I paid for them.
Jesus Christ, this asshole. So now this is turning this into how amazing he is. Could you imagine Casey Day? I bet you do good deeds for people. Could you imagine going on the internet and then announcing to everyone every good deed you did every single day of your life?
Yes, I keep a list.
All right,
I announce it at 8 a.m. everybody. That's insane.
It's
Why are
insane.
you doing it then? Yeah.
Why are you doing this, Dan? Be a good guy and be happy with yourself. You don't have to tell us.
That's the opposite of lazy, Carl.
So I paid for them. Today, in this day and age, food is expensive. Bills are expensive. $61 is a lot of money even for me. But it's nothing.
Oh, then he tells you the dollar amount. Hold on a second. So again, this is insane. His mom took them to the grocery store, and then they're like, "Oh, this is how much money this food is." She's like, "I don't have that." So they got no food. And then in this scenario, he's at the grocery store for his milk and frozen pizza, and the person in front of him couldn't pay $61. Were they at the cash register then?
$61 is oddly specific. They say when it's that specific, it's probably a Lizzie. Lizzie and the hizzy.
I agree with that.
Lizzie and the hizzy.
I think you might be onto something there. I'm just confused by the fact that someone would go to a store. Like I've seen homeless people who know better than to bring something up to the cash register. They're like, well, I don't have any money, so I'm not going to get a Snickers bar today. You can steal it. You know, you can grab it and run out with it. But who the fuck walks up to the cash and then pulls their pockets out? It's like, oh no, I didn't realize I'm totally broke. If only someone would help me right now with this. Made up.
But it's nothing in comparison to making sure someone has some food to eat. So if you can do yourself a favor, pay it forward today. Good comes back around.
Ugh, what a douche. He does this thing, he's talked about it before on his show, where he has this pay it forward for his drive-through for his coffee shop. He's like, today was a pay it forward day and everyone paid for the person behind them. It's like, well, then what's the point? If everyone's still paying money and now you're paying either less or more than you should have, like, wouldn't you pay for yourself and the person behind you?
I don't know. I just think of that I Think You Should Leave sketch. Have you ever seen that show on Netflix?
Yes.
With Tim Robinson, where he's like, let's do this pay it forward thing. And then he scoots all the way to the back. And he's like, give me 99 nachos, 99 things, 99.
Yes, right.
So, yes, it's a scam, this
That's
pay
what it
it
comes
forward
down
thing.
to.
Yes.
All right, this is a fun clip. This one came in from Matt Fish in our Discord. And this is from the 70s. This is in the UK. It's a stand-up comic. And he said, this is the Anthony Cumia of the UK. Things have changed quite a bit in the last 50 years. This is bonkers.
They knock fuck out of them blacks, you know, don't they? They think they're English because they're born here. That means if a dog's born in a stable, it's a fucking horse, is it?
People are laughing at that. People are laughing at. I mean, I'm not going to repeat what he just said. I'll just play it over again because that is
No, do it. Do it in the
nuts.
same voice. Do it as a comedian. Let's see you do the joke, Carl. Come on, let's see if you can pull it off.
All right, ready? Here we go.
They knock fuck out of them blacks, you know, don't they? They think they're English because they're born here. That means if a dog's born in a stable, it's a fucking horse, is it? I've never heard such fucking nonsense. I was in Bradford last week. I felt like a fucking spot in a domino last week. Fucking hell, you want to see it there? Down 999, you get the Bengal Lancers in Bradford. A white man got on a bus in Bradford. They all went off, thought it was a ghost.
Is that incredible?
But I would say for its time though, not so. Put that up against Raw right now and how our culture feels against like that stand-up comedy, and I would say most of the culture is sort of I would say that we're divided, but a lot of Raw seems more hard to talk about now in 2024 as opposed to this guy is just it. Of course, what he's talking about, obviously, is blatant racism, but...
Yeah, it's wild. The wild part is that the crowd's like fucking falling out of their chairs. Like the down of the domino.
But because I think there's not like an evil or sadness to it. It's like just, it's Seinfeld doing racist comedy. It's like, you ever see this guy? Like, so...
Yeah, they're well-crafted jokes. They're well-delivered. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, I'm just saying that it matters what's behind it. Context is everything, right? And so I would say that's actually comparatively, like from the 70s, what I was expecting from Britain. My God.
Oh, geez. I guess I set that up wrong then because I thought that was crazy.
I was like, I was wearing this.
That's nothing.
I was like, I was wearing this Indian family. Like I was expecting some real crazy shit from,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Because Mike's not here, I'm allowed to do my Tourette's girl stuff.
I fucked your mom. You're done. You're done. Uppercut, chicken and crackers. Line it up. I'm gonna need you to put the ranch down.
So Baylen Dupree posted a TikTok this week, and she's getting on an elevator with her dog. And I gotta tell you, something has changed with her. The tics are real now. The tics used to be funny and fun. They'd be full sentences, sometimes paragraphs, and then she would just rattle off and have a whole routine with. And now if you watch this is the first time I was exposed to Baylen Dupree, I'd be like, oh, this poor girl has Tourette's syndrome. You know, it's not even fun. Because check this out. This is like what Tourette's people do.
Okay, we're taking the doggy out to go potty. Going down what it's like to be in an elevator. With Tourette syndrome, and it's lovely because there is no one in here, so I get to say all I want. And wind it up. It's raining vaginas. There's vaginas hanging from the White House. Round the corner through the boob out the tube.
All right.
Round the corner through the boob out the tube. Round the corner through the boob out the tube. You guys are starting to do body? What do you mean? My favorite part is literally when there's no one in the elevator.
It's so different than it used to be, isn't it? It's just doing that dog noise thing over and over. That's like actual Tourette's.
Carl, I think you watched her finally after you know what I'm saying? After you finish up and you watch that shit, you're like, I couldn't spend 2 seconds with that. Before, you see those jugs and that pretty face, and you're like, oh, I can handle this. But here's a little life hack. The things that you love that are little idiosyncrasies at the beginning are the things you eventually hate. And she has nothing but idiosyncrasies. She's a team of idiosyncrasies.
That frequency when she's doing the woof thing there, I would definitely murder her at some point.
Yeah, that's what that's
you have to.
Yeah,
I mean, would you blame me? I guess is my point. I mean, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Exhibit A.
We have a tape to play the jury for 12 straight hours before you decide.
Yeah.
12 straight hours.
Someone's strangling the recorder. They're like, kill this thing. Like, see?
A man can only handle so much. Yes.
All right. So I thought since we played that, I would go back to 2022, the good old days. And just remind people what Baylen used to be. This is just a quick video in her car with a friend of hers. This is what Baylen used to be.
Yeah, so I have... You're done. Hey! Fuck off. I have a neurological disorder called Tourette syndrome. It's when you have involuntary... Go fuck yourself. Wind it up! It's when you have involuntary motor and vocal movements or fuck off. I like the name Mike. Sounds.
Oh, I like the name Mike. That's a good sample for blind.
Now she says I don't like the name Mike, but she used to say I like the name Mike. But she used to have catchphrases back then. Wind it up, put the ranch down. You know, now it's just woohoo, woohoo. Like all the Tourette's girls do that. Come on, Baylen, you're better than that. I think this is my theory on this, Casey Day. Because she's mentioned that she didn't have Tourette's in high school, and then all of a sudden in college she developed Tourette's, and now all of a sudden when she got TikTok, her Tourette's got worse and worse and worse. You go back to her early TikToks, she wasn't doing this, now she is. I think, similar to Eric Cartman in South Park, she gave herself actual Tourette's syndrome by pretending she had it for so long.
Yes, this was a fake it till you make it situation.
Yes.
You made it, baby. Yes.
I honestly think that's what's going on here. Because it's like real Tourette's now. Now I feel bad for her. Before I thought like, everyone's having fun. This is great.
Yeah, I got to say, back then and now both, it seems to be all just throat exercises. So you can see why the boyfriend sticks around through all the nonsense, because she is constantly doing Kegels on that throat. All those things are just tightening it up. It's in a cozy like you've never felt before. It's home. It's
sort of like having Casey Day on the show. It's like guy talk time.
Yeah.
You know, Mike doesn't
Locker room
see.
talk.
Yeah, Mike doesn't see what's going on. Mike's just like, oh, a girl says wacky things. That's fun. Casey Day comes out and goes, now look at Carl. I know why you like this girl. I'm like, yeah, okay. Now we can talk like real men right here.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
You may need to find may need to be like a Mormon relationship where you find like another husband for her, because her mouth needs to be stuffed more than you need to be.
Now it's getting rude. Now it's starting to get rude, Casey. I don't know.
She's over the age now. Come on. But also, can I just say one thing about her? It is a Jackie Martling level bag fumble that this girl made in her life. When I see that the Catch Me Outside girl makes $70 million on OnlyFans, oh, baby doll, baby doll. She can make double that. Baylen Dupree, I mean, with your help, Carl. I mean, I'm just saying her OnlyFans. Like, I want to see what I don't even need video. Just give me audio and I'll pay a certain fee for Baylen Dupree's audio during, coitus.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. So when Hawk Tua gets desperate and Baylen Dupree, we'll definitely reach out to them with some suggestions.
I don't think Hawk Tua is ever going to be desperate. That chick is about to be president. My God, who's her PR?
I have to say, who did I have on my show who really broke down Hawk Tua for me? Oh, it was Chrissy Mayer. I needed a female perspective.
Yeah,
and Chrissy Mayer came on and goes, oh, this girl's like kind of asexual. She's not into dudes at all. Because, Hawk Tua, Haley Welch, Matt Rife. And she's in love with Matt Rife. I'm like, oh, he definitely fucked her. And she goes, no. Haley's not that way at all. She's not even into sex, even though it's ironic. She's popular for talking about spitting on a penis. She does not seem to be into guys at all. She's like kind of prude and weird.
You know who Haley Welch is? Haley Welch is just a female version of the Boom guys. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I almost pulled some of that for today's show. Yeah. You think it's just a quick little, like, it's hitting for a minute and it'll just go away?
There's some agency that manages all these people, and they figured it out, like in a way that Howard never figured it out for his Whack Packers. That, hey, we can monetize this. We got you at malls. We got you at the fucking New York Yankee or Mets games. We got you at Costco 5 days a week plugging products. I mean, that's crazy shit, man. And
I have a question for you about this. The Costco guys. Yeah. Because I've been meaning to introduce them into the WATP universe.
They're introduced. Everyone knows these fuckers.
No, I know. They're huge. But there was a big announcement they're going to start a podcast. I'm like, sweet. We can review their podcast on WATP. But they put it on Twitch and I can't find it. Do they have a podcast? Is it out there somewhere?
Yeah, it's hard to find, but it's like AJ and Big Justice's podcast.
Yeah, right.
And I've heard it, and it is like, it's very sanitized, right? Because there's a kid involved, and you really kind of got to understand, oh, we're not, you run over here, I'm like, I'm from the Dabbleverse. What's going on? Oh, there's a child here. Let's murder. Oh, wait, it's a child. Yeah, it's a child. So
I know,
it's like
that's
a different
good point.
game,
All right, you're right. Yeah. Maybe it's better that we leave it alone.
But, Carl, I will tell you this. You need to look into AJ the Dad, because AJ the Dad has been trying to get famous for like 30 years now, trying different shows, trying different things. So he's like got content littered all over it that's just embarrassing as fuck. And I mean, the kids are part of it, but if you make him the focus, it's golden.
Yeah, the kids, listen, they're going to have some very interesting interviews in 10 years from now. They're like, yeah, no, Dad's idea was we do this and we do that. And the wife, the wife I'm not giving a pass to, but I'm going to give the kids a pass.
Well, I say I love the Rizzler. We all love the Rizzler. But I will say the wife, when you watch him, when you watch him dance, she's the only one that can dance. And so actually every time I watch, I can't wait for the wife to dance. I'm like, that's where the kids came from. Wow. AJ saw that dance and was like, I'm going to get that lady pregnant.
Wow. You have very low standards, my friend.
We spend way too much time online, dude.
We were introduced to Fuzz 99, Fuzz with 3 Z's. And this was the non-binary person who explained that bisexual means that you like 2 or more genders. And I kept hammering home. It's like, no, it's 2 or more. It's bi. That's what bi means. So we were very confused by that. Well, the Hebrew Hammer sent us another video that this person just put out.
Sue had another gender adventure. I did. Not only did I get to try on a bunch of suits and get fitted for my first ever suit, but my brother and my mother, for the first time ever, introduced me to both of their different coworkers in a gender neutral way.
Wow. I mean, we can all remember that day, right? When we finally get our mom to introduce us in a gender neutral way to coworkers. That's awesome.
Hey, everyone. This is it. This is my son, It.
Here's this thing.
Yeah.
Just try to ignore it. Sorry. Sorry I had to bring it along.
You're going to want to stare.
What's that?
You're going to want to stare, but please don't.
You're right. Yeah. Avert your eyes. Trust me. It's the right thing to do.
in a gender-neutral way. Hey, my baby brother works at a suit store, and he is very prim and proper and particular about suits. He's always been kind of an old soul his whole entire freaking life. So, that's just the way he is. Anyways, when we walked into the suit store, my younger brother was like, "Hey, Bob, how are you doing today?" "Yeah, my sibling over here is looking to buy a suit." And I was just like, "Let's go! Yeah, bro, let's go!"
So, its brother said, "My sibling wants to try on a suit." And this made this thing so excited that it was like, "Let's go, brah."
Can't you just be happy? It's happy. I mean, it's just it's a happy lump of life.
Hold on, it's going to get better. I mean, this is already an amazing day. We can all agree that this is the best day you could possibly have, but it's going to get better.
They just couldn't find a locker to put it in, so that's why you get like this. The entered locker came out normal. It was like how they have those Eastern culture rituals where they send the kids out in the forest.
Yeah.
Our forest was a locker. They couldn't fit it into a locker, so it just malformed. But we love it still.
That's one theory.
Oh, bro, let's go. So then I got measured and I got to try on a bunch of different jackets. I learned so much about suits. I didn't get misgendered or get any weird looks. It was a very positive experience. And after I went to the suit store, me and my other brother had to go and help my mom, who works with the elderly.
I wonder what the suit store is called. Was it called Non-Binary Warehouse?
I've never been to my mom's work. I don't know what it looks like. It was my first time there. So my mom was all excited and gave me a tour. And then I met her boss. And my mom was like, "Oh, hi, boss lady. Yes, this is my child." Mom. My jaw was on the floor. I can't believe she finally introduced me and recognized me as me.
Okay, so I paused it. There's more to this, but this is a very big day for this person being introduced in a non-gender way twice in the same day. But what I want to point out here is this is making this person very happy. But what this person's going to reveal here is that this is torturing their family members and close friends.
And not somebody else. And I could tell that my mom and my brother were both nervous to introduce me in a gender neutral way because they were scared they were gonna mess up or hurt me. But they literally killed it and they made me so proud.
So think about that. Let's digest that. I could tell both my brother and my mother were concerned they were going to screw up the way to introduce me and it was going to hurt my feelings. So you're making the people who you love nervous to introduce you because of how offended you get by everything. That makes you a shithead. That makes you a bad person.
Yeah, this part of history is going to be looked at as very bizarre that we kind of like gotten to this point because it's clearly ridiculous. Stop it. You can't control what other people think. And the second we stop trying, it's like happiness ensues. Bliss comes over your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're right. That's a good point. You think about like flower children at the hippies of the 60s and stuff. And that was a weird time. That'll never happen again. You know, the Vietnam War and they're putting flower petals into your rifle and stuff. Like that's never going to happen ever again. But this is also, hopefully, it's just this one time period that we live in.
And so happy and so seen and loved, and I'm so happy. Not just once, but twice in one day. That is a win.
That's a sad state too. This is what makes this person happy is that they were introduced correctly. You know what makes me happy? It makes me happy when I accomplish things. You know, achievement. Yeah. This is where you get self-esteem and pride from. It's not from who you are, how you were born, who you fuck. It's from achievement and success. And if the Bills play a good game. These are the things that make people happy.
Imagine, Carl, if someone said, you have to like Nickelback in 2024. And you're like, well, I don't like Nickelback. And you're like, you're not getting it. You don't understand.
Yes.
It's the same thing. To quit telling us how to think and how to address you. Just be cool and just be yourself. What it tells us is you are not very cool with how you are.
Correct. And yes, there's an insecurity there. Why would this make you so happy?
Yes. And then the roast comic and all of us rises to the occasion. So you really bring this on yourselves. Just be confident in who you are. And we won't give a fuck.
You have to introduce Nickelback as my favorite band, Nickelback. If you say anything other than that, it hurts their feelings. So don't do that.
Not just once, but twice in one day. That is a win. That is a win, guys. And to top it off, my mom texted me that one of the old people said, I have a very pretty face. Like, I love old people. Thank you. Thank you for hyping me up.
It's very ageist of you.
I kind of fear the manic nature of this lady, question mark? Because I think that as happy as these seem, there are scenes that we don't see in the back corner of the room with the head in the hands and the crying and misgendering and how do I turn this around? Oh, I'll make a video and I'll take the power back. But there is some sadness behind this. So
yeah, I would say probably bipolar. I mean, I don't know anything about this person, but
yes.
to be that excited about what they were just talking about,
to be like a Disney character, yes, you're mostly bipolar. Yes.
It's funny, not to bring it back to Dabbleverse stuff, but I'm on this thread with Mountain and Tukey and Moody, and they were posting Chad Zumach's emotions throughout this Hurricane Milton thing.
I followed Chad during the hurricane, so I got
okay. So Chad Zumach is on there when his power goes out and it's raining and everyone has left Tampa. He's the only person left. What's that Will Smith movie where it's just him and his dog and all the vampires or whatever it is?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
not
talking
worth
about.
even remembering, yes, but go ahead.
But that's what Chad's living in. You know, it's this horrible cityscape that has been deserted. And it's just him there with his phone. And he's going, I don't even know why I live in Tampa. This sucks. These hurricanes come in and I'm living in this hellscape and I'm moving out of here. I can't be here anymore. I'm moving out. And then the next day after the hurricane comes and goes. And I don't know if his power came back on or it just wasn't as bad as people were predicting. And he's like, yeah, fuck you. I don't know why anyone said I should even leave. They were saying I should leave and not be here during this, but I was totally here during this. And it was nothing. And it was so easy. It's like, this is the emotional roller coaster of bipolar people. This is how, like, there's this way too high highs, way too low lows. It's not healthy. It's not a good way to live your life.
Or Ohio people. Yes. Fuck Ohio.
It might just be Ohio. Good point.
Fuck Ohio State. Go Ducks. I got it.
I want to ask you, how did you celebrate Bi Visibility Day?
I finger banged a butthole and a vagina.
Good.
I thought it was, yes, I think you have to cover in the entire spectrum.
At the same time or separate incidents?
Well, the same finger. Thank you.
Same finger, so it had to be separate times. Because I was going to say, I mean, you could give a girl the shocker, and it's not necessarily celebrating Bi Visibility Day.
Carl, what if I told you it was the same finger at the same time? Would you believe that magic?
Wow. That's something else right there. That's impressive. I don't know why you're not out here bragging about your accomplishments. So let's find out how Fuzz99 celebrates Bi Visibility Day.
Happy Bi Visibility Day!
Oh, like a child. This is the other thing that I wanted to point out is that these people, they need everything to be a holiday. They're like little kids with Christmas. Like, hey, can we have a holiday for me again? Sure. Let's have a couple more holidays for you. How about a whole month? Yeah. Here's a whole month. A parade. Yeah, and a parade.
Give me a parade.
Jesus Christ. Hey, you want a music festival? Yeah, actually I do. Here's a fucking music festival. What else you need?
We'll need a flag. Can we get our own flag?
Yes. Here's a flag.
Shout out to all my bi baddies out there making it by each day. Get it? By each day, because y'all are by every day, and we're all just trying to survive.
If Mike was here, if Mike was here, he'd be doubled over laughing. That's a very good joke. I'm sorry, just Casey and I don't find that much humor in it, but.
Yeah, no, she needs to ghostwrite for Tom Myers on this one. Her jokes for him.
Stuff.
Imagine if he was doing these jokes. Imagine if this was Tom Myers' face saying these things about bisexuality. I'd be laughing for days. So, Tom,
I would like and subscribe. I might even hit the notification button for that. That would be impressive.
Can you hear Tom Myers go, what are you guys doing for bi appreciation?
Yes, I could definitely hear that. In fact, if someone wants to give us a super tip of Tom Myers doing that, we'll play it before the show is over.
Again, shout out to my bi baddies. We see y'all not just today when you're visible, but every day of the year.
Oh, I didn't even realize bisexual people aren't visible except for on Bi Visibility Day.
Carl, when I had my finger, after I had my finger in both of them,
right.
I became visible. It was amazing.
Wow.
People could see me. Only for a brief time.
You were bi-visible on Bi Visibility Day. That's how you are supposed to celebrate it.
Yes.
And cake. And cake.
And I know y'all get a lot of hate sometimes, but no matter what anyone says, y'all are valid in being and identifying as bisexual.
All right, I have to ask this question, and I'm naive. So people are going to say, Carl, what are you, stupid? Do bisexual people get a lot of hate for being bisexual? Is that a thing?
No, but it is twice as horny a holiday as Halloween. I mean, that's just one way. Bisexual day, you just go out and you're like, I'm taking anything home tonight.
Yeah, Sexy Nurse is also with a sexy nurse. You're like, well, this is twice as good as Halloween. Holy shit.
Your bisexuality is valid no matter who you're dating. Or not dating. We love y'all just the way you are. And I hope that y'all treat yourself to something sweet today, are kind to yourselves, and maybe do something fun. You know, y'all deserve it. And I hope y'all have a great day. Yeah!
So I don't know how you're supposed to celebrate bisexual or Bi Visibility Day or whatever, but I guess you're supposed to do something nice for yourself and have
She
fun.
said have something sweet, which to me means like 10 pints of Haagen-Dazs. Just like sit there on the bed, have Haagen-Dazs and be like, I like boys, I like girls.
Dude, you totally just misgendered her. Oof. That's an
that-
epic fail. Epic
Hey,
fail. You
listen.
shouldn't say that about her.
I was born in the 70s. What can I say?
What are you going to do? Let's get back to some super chats.
Yay, super chats.
We do appreciate you guys supporting the show. We thank you so much for doing that. Such as non-white dabbler with 2 pounds. Oh, actually, that we already read that one.
No, let's read that again.
Read it again. Historic first good hack ride segment.
Yes, thank you.
Non-white dabbler liked Kevin. Thanks for introducing
satire.
us. Harpua $2 says, I suggest a third mic the next time Casey is on. He sucks. Well, I mean, we could also just have a different person be the second mic. I don't know why adding another person would make him better. I guess
Yeah, Carl just wants to get out of the coat now. He's like, no, 2 more and he gets a coat. I'm not letting him on anymore.
We've never had a third person on WATS. This is a 2-person show. Hulkamania gifted 5. Who are these podcast memberships? Thank you very much.
Super chat now. God's gonna read a super chat. Super chat. Oh, come on now. Mike would do it, but
He's fat.
Hey.
If you did just get gifted a membership, I appreciate that. On our YouTube membership, what you get is links to all of our live shows on WATP every Wednesday and Saturday. Go to the community tab on Wednesdays and Saturdays. You'll see the link there to the unlisted video. Also, 2 bonus episodes every single month. And that'll also be in the community tab. And you can scroll through the back catalog since we've been offering, it's been over a year, we've been offering YouTube memberships. So thank you very much, Hulkamania, for gifting those. Zach H, $5. Where in the Dickens is Blind Mike? I didn't sign up for Dollar Store Craigers.
Yeah. Speaking of which, go to verygoodshow.org. Krager's finally got his goddamn website up after a year. This guy's profession is broadcasting, and he's like, I'll get around to it. But it's up, people. Go
Is that
check
his
it out.
profession? Is it broadcasting?
Well, I'm like, what are you doing tonight? He's like, I'll be on Newsmax at noon. So I don't know,
All right.
whatever that is. Yeah.
It's kind of broadcasting. Big Kahuna, $2. Casey Day is the man. DJE rules. Go Ducks.
Hey, thank you so much. I will be sending the money for that. I have to pay some ringers here, Carl, when I come
I
in.
appreciate
it. It's
that.
a lot of
That's
hate.
great. Rocco Orby 2002 $5 says, I'm waiting
Thanks, Kahuna.
I'm waiting for the day Baylen slips up and yells out how she and her cousin touched chests. Right. Like Eric Cartman in that
Yep.
South Park episode. I'm telling you. That's
Two
what's gonna
things that are so true that I know them are like universal truths. A, baldness will never be cured because look at Jeff Bezos. 2,
Yep.
Baylen does not have any issue because she has never screamed the N-word. And if you knew the N-word, she's going to be screaming that. I'm just saying, that's how you know. That's how you know.
That is how you know. There's a woman with Tourette's in the UK who has a social media presence, and there's a video of her saying that to black people out of the street. And you're like, that's a person who has Tourette's. I know that for a fact, because no one in the right mind would do that.
No.
Penis wrinkle, my man. $4.99. You've seen the Rob Saul TikTok floating around X. It's quite possibly the gayest thing I've ever feasted my eyes on. He's naked in a hot tub trying to look sexy. No, I have not seen that. Please send that to me, Penis Wrinkle.
Nothing's going to beat the moment he locked eyes on his puppy in his lap. Like, he had the puppy in his lap and he was kissing the face, but then he locked eyes and it was like everything froze around him and he's like, true love exists.
That was
right in the dog's face.
That was not great. That was not a great moment.
Better than that, Penis Wrinkle. Send it over.
Troy Smith, $2. Cool shirt, Carl. See you in a couple weeks, bro. Sup, Casey.
That's right. You're going to kill Detroit, right? Yeah,
I am wearing my Troy Smith t-shirt made by our boy Troy Smith. Follow him on your socials. And Troy, we got to talk about the poster for the show. Have we talked about that yet? We got to get a poster made for Who Are These Podcasts live in Detroit. 3rd year in a row, selling out the magic bag. All right, what else we got going on over on the Super Tips? Audiophile America coming back. He says, my last tip was supposed to be KB voice, and I fucked it up. Let's see what his last tip was. Oh, that's the one we just played. Let's see. Oh, this one. Okay. Oh, this is supposed to be Kevin is boring, and no amount of Casey fake laughing on his own clips will change that. When you go to the Super Tip page, they give you the option to give us like a super chat that we read, or to give us a super tip with a AI voice. So you just got to pick the right one. And then you too can be having all the fun that these fine folks are having. Anonymous $5 says, isn't that hunchback guy the same one who portrayed the Spartans as Thermopylae?
Thermopylae. That's
Thermopylae.
300, I believe. You know, have you ever seen 300 when they...
I think so.
Yeah, they're guarding that one entrance into the Greek city, and they're betrayed by the Kragers-looking hunchback. I'm just kidding, Kragers. I love you.
I didn't realize Kragers was a hunchback. I just always assume they're talking about Melton when I see hunchback coming up.
This anti-Trump teacher tells me that he barely got time to teach algebra.
Yes, that's right. I got to teach all about the shitwayer. Lady K and Pinky. Who's got time for all G-bras? Boom. Look at those fags.
Jeez, John. It's not what progressive liberals say. They don't use words like that.
You have children who are those things.
Yes, John, you got to stop doing that, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
This is Tony Michaels. The only buy visibility I need is to see my voice as an option on Super Tip Drive Up. Drive and drive through Circumflex.
Okay.
Nice, Leo. Thank you.
I appreciate the effort on that
for that. Oh, I appreciate our girl KJ coming in, supporting all the shows on this channel.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Thanks for the super chat, KJ. The Instagram jingle lyrics seem to be studied more than the Dark Side of the Moon album.
Hi, all my buy baddies. What are you doing for Buy Visibility Day? Stick it in that mailbox.
Thank you, Tom Myers. Thank you, KJ, for that. Here's some more Tom Myers.
I celebrated Bi Visual Ability Day by being a true bisexual. I bought both male and female prostitutes like a real bisexual.
I celebrated Bi Visual Ability Day by getting a bull for wife, and I got some trans woman to fuck me up the poop chute.
All right, so everyone's doing it their own way. That's good to know.
And this is something you want me to participate in. Okay, yes, I'm in. I'm 100%.
It's a new holiday. People celebrate it in different ways.
Put it in my poop chute.
What I like, though, is that TDC podcast. So the Hebrew Hammer is the one who sent me those in Discord. The Fuzz99, the Bi Visibility Day chick. Thing. I mean, non-binary. And so TDC podcast posted something in our Discord server responding to that. And this is fun.
Hi, doing this as a video while I'm driving around, it's still fresh in my mind. I just want to say that I'm one of the resident espresso martinis in this group and the inventor of the faggot pass for people who want use of the word but are not supposed to be using it technically.
What does that cost? Interesting.
I don't want to know.
I'll take 5. Thank you.
Just wanted to weigh in on something I heard on WATS. You had that gay lady, whatever bullshit. She said that bisexual means two and more, or whatever. It means I like men, women, and anything else. Yeah, whatever she fucking said, she's full of shit. So as a member of the community, I want to say that bisexual does mean two genders. Bi, two, man or woman, the actual two genders that exist. Now what she's trying to express is pansexual.
Correct.
Pansexuals are the type of faggots that like the two genders plus everything else in the community. The more you know.
Now that might have seemed offensive, Casey, but he has a card. He's allowed to use that type of language on the show.
I don't think naming it pan-gender after the thing that stays young forever was kind of the way to go on that one, marketing wise. You know, you might have gone a different direction in pansexual. It makes me think of things I shouldn't think of. I'm an old who will fuck anything sexual. That's a little better. That sounds a little more on the nose. That pansexual, I don't know about that.
I don't know that you want the word fuck in a term that explains
why do we care about who
are.
people fuck? Honestly,
I don't
Carl,
know.
do you care about who people fuck? Honestly,
I never have. No, in fact,
anyone out there, who do you care about?
I've honestly always appreciated gay men because it's less competition for me.
Right.
If everyone was gay, it'd be amazing.
It'd be fantastic.
Right.
But yes, I think everyone should just do their thing and chill the fuck out on everyone else doing their thing. But also, don't make your thing something that's like in my life all the time. Why is this so hard to figure out?
I blame religion. It's probably the big problem here. They're all fighting Christians, and we're just like, yeah, we don't like those guys either. So whatever.
I will always meet on the battlefield to blame a Christian with you, Carl. Yes, they're at fault.
Christians are fine people, by the way. I'm just saying. I'm using that term very loosely. Holly Bieska, $5 says, Woke Bay. That's it. Woke Bay coming in with a video. Thank you for submitting that on our Discord. We appreciate it. Now, Casey Day is not just here for his health, although this is good for him. He's also here to promote his show, and he has a couple of shows, but the big one is Unboxing Eric.
That's correct. We've talked about it. We're systematically going through all the Eric stuff. Will be Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. We are up to meeting the great Johnny Fratto. And so if you know anything about the history of Eric, we know that we're in for a long ride. Fratto was there all the way throughout, so it's like he's got his tag team member. The Master Blaster finally is born. And so if you love Eric, if you love old Stern, and my God, when you listen to new Stern, how can't you just not love old Stern more? Like, all I need to do is listen to Stern now, and it just makes me love the old Howard Stern more. I think this might be what he's doing. I'm trying to figure it out, but it might just be like, if I'm so bad now, they might look at my past shit as just genius, and it is. It's just genius. And so check it out on Sundays, and then right after this show, Carl, we're going to do Catch 22. So, hey, guys, if you like internet clips about weirdos on the internet and some banter, we got a totally original idea.
Whoa. You can't have banter.
No,
I have
a
a trademark on that.
I got a skirt. But see, that's the difference. I got myself a tits and a skirt. And so, it's the same thing, but different. And also way worse. Thank you.
Very good.
Yeah.
So, yes, Unboxing Eric, the greatest whack packer, arguably, of all time. And I just did a WATP episode where we broke down Howard Stern with Kamala Harris this week. Big deal. Tuesday at 1 p.m. They went live with Kamala, and I had Adam Bush on. And Adam Bush, I thought, had a brilliant take on it because I listened to the whole thing. I pulled a bunch of clips. I played some on Drew Lane's show. I played some on WATP on Wednesday, broke down a lot of it. But Adam, the thing that really jumped out at him was the fact that Howard started off the interview by saying, I'm so nervous. We have to make sure this goes well. Because his whole thing was, I want to present Kamala as the right choice to vote for, rather than I want to interview a politician and let people figure out for themselves whether they like them or not. Like, it's very agenda oriented. And Adam Bush, who I think he leans very differently than maybe you and I do when it comes to politics, is just like, that's a turnoff right there if you're just trying to convince people. If that's not an interview, that's an advertisement.
Yeah, he at some point, it's obvious this is no news. He joined the machine.
Yes.
And so we all grew up with Howard Stern thinking about the guy in the 18-wheeler, and then sometime what happened, he started caring about the NBC executive and not the guy in the 18-wheeler. And I think that's really where it all changed.
He was fighting the FCC. He was the free speech guy. He's like, yeah, let's take it to the man. They want to take me down. And they're just like, hey, do you want to be a man? He's like, yeah, all right, cool. I'm the man now. Awesome. Let's fuck everyone else over.
And the timeline gets weird because a lot of people are like, oh, after Artie left, it sucked. No, there was a decade after Artie left that was awesome because he kept to that principle. The second that principle changed, and when everyone on the staff couldn't get to him, and that there was an extra layer, and all of a sudden you lost the backroom stuff, and now everything has to be scripted. Well, you know, Shuley saw the signs in the sky. Everyone saw the signs, and that was the end of it. But at the same time, 30 years of just greatness. You know, Wilt Chamberlain gave the 20 years in the NBA, and 2 years at the shitty end of his career. No one remembers the shitty end.
Oh, Jordan was on the Washington Bullets for some reason. Like, these things happen, but. Was it the Wizards at the time? I can't remember.
Used to be
the Washington Bullets, which they're like, is this offensive? Like, well, I don't know. A bunch of people got shot last night in Washington. Maybe it is.
Murder capital of the world. Mascot Bullet. Yeah, good job. High five. 80s. The 80s were amazing.
70s and 80s were amazing. It's a different time, people. Yes. No child car seats, I'll tell you that.
No, but Carl, thank you so much for being a third-time guest here, and I can't wait for number 4. Just 2 away from the jacket.
All right. Relax. We'll see. We're going to assess your performance today. We have a whole analytics team that's going to go through the comments and the chat and see if you did a good job or not.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. No. We do have some voicemails coming in.
Who are these socials? Oh, shit. So during the GG33 bit where he was talking about everything in Vegas is the year of the snake, and Carl said, who's the guy, Stephen Paddock, the guy who shot at the concert? What year was he born? I just looked it up. He's born in April 1953. 1953. You got it. Year of the snake.
Whoa! So I thought GG33 was full of shit. I'm the asshole. It turns out.
Carl, numbers, they mean something.
They do.
That, right? Yeah.
Well, you also understand that numbers correspond to the alphabet, which also means something, even though the alphabet was just made up and actually doesn't mean anything, and numbers actually are numbers. So it's very
this is the Wizard of Oz Pink Floyd thing, just in a different area. Everything matches up because we're all humans and we all make things at pretty much the same tempo. Get used to it.
Have you ever watched that before?
I have. I've linked up a lot of things.
It's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, but I've also linked up another Pink Floyd video to another like 3D 1980s.
Saying about you, sweetheart.
It does this, but the point is, it does the same thing, Carl. Because we build music in 4s, we build scenes in 4s. So yes, when the music changes, the scene changes. Oh my God, look at us. That was magic. We're not ready for aliens.
Fair enough. We got another voicemail coming in.
Yo, this is John fucking Sirasani. I'm fucking calling you to tell you guys you better stop. This impression sucks. I was trying to do the fucking thing where he fucking shit cunt balls.
You're not, yeah, I get it. Doing the censor thing before the swear word. I get it. I like it.
That.
I see what you did there.
You should be like, let me get those keys before you slam into my garage door. That would have been a good one.
I don't think he knew about that video yet, though, Casey, because we just played it on the show today. That wasn't a live call. That was from another time.
Are you saying these people are incapable of finding John Sirasani on their own, Carl?
They need us to show them John Sirasani. Okay. We're the gatekeepers here.
Okay, got it.
We are the gatekeepers of social media. In fact, if these people knew they can go out and find Baylen Dupree and John Sirasani on their own, no one would watch the show anymore. We can't let them know that.
It's not allowed. It's not allowed. Also, did you see
you can't. It's impossible.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Carl. Also, ball washing. You see it? I'm washing balls.
Why does Sir Franco say Carl seems unprepared? We just did an hour and 40-minute long episode.
Maybe because, Discord did the work here. You can't keep saying Discord did all the work. You got to take the credit for other people's work.
I found Baylen. What else did I find? I don't know. There was something else in there.
You found Baylen.
John Sirasani. I don't know.
I'm obsessed with tits. I found Baylen.
For today's show, I found a couple clips. But yes, the Discord helped us out a lot. I appreciate that. I appreciate you, KCD. Or KCD, Casey Day. And
My name is KCD, and I'm here to say.
I know. I gave you a rap name just now. And I also appreciate you fine folks that go to whoarethese.com. That's where you find all things related to who are these podcasts, who are these socials, and who are these broadcasters. Everything's posted there. The links to everything is posted there, including to our Patreon, where you do get to support the show and get bonus episodes in return. We don't just beg for money where you get nothing in return. We say, if you want to give us some money, here's some bonus content no one else gets. It's exclusive to the people who sign up for our Patreon or for our YouTube channel. And we do appreciate all you fine folks. Guys, next week, Casey Day will not be here. Blind Mike will be back. Thanks for bearing with us through these difficult times.
I'm still here, you asshole.
Oh, shit. I should have let you go first. All right, next week, guys, it's going to be way better. I promise you. Still beer? No, I kid. Casey, you're great. Thank you for hopping on with us this week. Unboxing Eric. Go to Hack Ride on YouTube and subscribe to his channel. And when you do that, hit notifications. Then you know when they're going on because they don't have a regular schedule.
No. Well, no, not usually, except Sundays. But also go to blindmike.net, the greatest blind commentary man on the internet. And go Ducks.
Is that what the category is? How good is Blind Mike? Well, he's number 1 in blind commentary. So that's pretty good.
Beats out the other blind guy that, is on Legion of Skank. So he's 1 of 2.
Right. He's the non-gay Blind Mike that we all love.
Keep your ladies away from him. Get them pregnant.
Anyway, social media, I'll catch you later, man.
Who are these socials?
That's what this audience wants to hear. Like, whoa!
Who are these socials?
I'm the one who should apologize. Folks, what you were about to see is real.
With Carl.
Okay, we got it.
And Blind Mike.
Who's gonna